Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Izmo Ltd's Q4 and FY2024 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touch-tone phone. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on date of this call. The statements are not the guarantee of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Sanjay Soni, Managing Director, Izmo Ltd, for his opening remarks. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to wish you all a very warm welcome to Izmo Ltd's earnings conference call for the quarter and full year ended 31st March 2024. I would like to begin by expressing my gratitude to you all for taking the time to join us today. We have on call with us Adfactors, our investor relations team. I would like to take this opportunity to give a brief overview of our company and highlight key recent developments and milestones before we get into the business and financial performance. Brief background about the company. Izmo Ltd is amongst the leading software products company with offices across India, the US, and Europe, and multimedia studios in Los Angeles, US, and Brussels, Belgium. Over the last 25 years, through constant innovation, R&D, and new products development, we have carved a niche for ourselves as a provider of innovative solutions for the automotive industry. With a strong domain expertise which sets us apart in the industry, today we serve thousands of clients in the US, Europe, and India, and work with top automotive OEMs globally. Our business can broadly be categorized into 3 core segments. 1, Izmo Studio, which comprises of our interactive media solutions. 2, Izmo Auto, which covers a range of digital retail and CRM platform solutions. And 3, Frog Data, our AI and data intelligence platform. Izmo Studio operates out of studios in Los Angeles and Brussels, where we use cutting-edge technology to produce the world's largest library of automotive images, which are licensed to major corporations worldwide. I am proud to say that we are the global leaders in this space and the sole provider of global content for transnational users. We cater to global car rental companies including Hertz, Avis, and Europcar, and top leasing providers like Arval. Major online portals such as Edmunds and Microsoft's MSN Autos are also our clients. Our interactive CGI product, Izmo Emporio, a 3D virtual showroom for digital retail, also comes under this segment. Izmo Emporio is widely accepted as the best multimedia product in the auto industry, and we have been ramping up marketing and sales of the same. Major brands like Ford, Stellantis, and Renault have been using this. The market for this product is dealerships which use it on their websites, automotive portals, and online retail apps. Izmo Emporio, like many of our other products, is developed in-house, aligned with the Make in India ethos of our government. The second division, Izmo Auto, is our digital retail and CRM product suite. This was one of our original product divisions, and we have a leading position in France with the largest dealer groups and OEMs like Stellantis and Renault as clients. The digital retail platform continues a steady growth, and we launched a Spanish language platform in the US during this year to cater to the rapidly growing Hispanic market. Thirdly, Frog Data is our AI and data intelligence division. We have had an early start in providing AI-driven decision analytics to players in the automotive industry. We have been investing significantly in this for the last 7 years, and today it is one of the most advanced platforms facilitating millions of dollars of additional profits to thousands of dealers. It exemplifies how AI and data analytics can be used by businesses for for performance improvement and optimization to positively impact the business. Frog Data encompasses three main products: Decision Analytics Platform, that's FDAP, Warranty Boost Plus, Service Analytics with Warranty Uplift, and Warranty Mind, an AI platform for warranty claims administration. Frog Data is the fastest growing product suite, having grown 50% year-on-year in FY24 on the back of strong demand. Based on this, we have been investing in additional sales team, engineering and delivery resources, and additional marketing. We have more products in the pipeline which will use AI for vehicle pricing and predictive upsell in the service lane. Now touching upon some key recent developments during this fiscal year. The financial year 24-25 has been very exciting and eventful for us. Despite some macroeconomic headwinds in the US and other markets, we have demonstrated resilience and performed in line with expectations. The auto markets worldwide have been recovering with rising car sales, and we are seeing an increasing paradigm shift towards digital marketing spend vis-a-vis traditional marketing. The rising popularity of EVs and the penetration of Chinese brands in European markets is fueling competition, which ultimately bodes well for companies such as Izmo. As you might be aware, we have been developing a virtual reality-based product which will combine digital retail with physical locations to provide experiential customer engagements that provide an alternative to pure digital sales channels. This will enable a potential car buyer to do a virtual test drive using VR software and hardware. As mentioned earlier, this year we launched our Spanish portal in the US, www.autogozo.com. We already have more than 2,000 dealers signed up for this. This portal caters to one of the fastest growing automotive market segments in the US, that is Hispanic customers. This portal is likely to trigger a new phase of our growth into the online auto portal business in the US. In another milestone during the year, Stellantis chose our CRM products group for their European after-sales business. This product is now mandated for use by all Stellantis distributors across Europe, and they have signed a multi-year annual recurring contract for it. Moreover, our training and consulting division in France, Izmo Consult, received the Quali-OP certification from the French government, making it an official training company that can provide services which will be reimbursed by the government. This opened up a new market in training and education, and we aim to grow this business in the future. Some of the clients include Stellantis, Renault, and large dealer groups. All these developments and milestones translate into an expanding client roster for us. In the last quarter alone, we added 137 clients in the US, including Elite Auto, SAS, and Fair Portal Inc., and 30 clients in Europe, including Citroën, DS, AV Cars. Other notable client additions over the year included Skyscanner, Higher Gear Media, and Auto Listing, Group Synthesis, LG Dev, and others. Frog Data is the fastest growing part of the business, and we foresee it expanding further as awareness in the market increases and AI becomes mainstream. Some of the USPs of Frog Data are: 1. Integration with major data systems in the US, such as DMS, CRM, IMS, digital retail, and other systems that comprise the automotive ecosystem. 2. Over 20 years of automotive domain experience after working with thousands of dealers worldwide. Many of our product developers are from the auto sector, which gives us access to industry know-how and know why of problems, which puts us in an optimal position to develop solutions for them. Third, through our development center in India, we have developed an in-house pool of talent, that is data scientists, that serve our development needs. And we continue to invest in training and development of new talent. To support the anticipated growth, we have been exploring opportunities to raise funds in Frog Data USA and are in advanced talks with several interested parties through an investment banker. We expect valuation to be in line with the industry norms for AI companies. We shall make an announcement with further update on this in due course of time. Another milestone during the year was the establishment of a subsidiary, Izmo Microsystems Private Limited. Through this, we shall develop technologies for EV, electric vehicles, and other applications. These would cover battery management software and other related software and hardware, specifically for EVs and similar applications. Market trends indicate a strong shift towards EVs in terms of public transport as well as private vehicles, and we see a tremendous opportunity in this subsegment. Lastly, it is heartening to share that our chairperson, Mrs. Shashi Soni, and our founder has been honored with the Padma Shri Award by the Government of India this year. This is a recognition of a lifetime of work in trade and industry and inspires us all to strive for greater heights in our endeavors. Now, turning to our financial performance. Fourth quarter Q4 FY24. We reported rupees 50.29 crore in revenues during Q4 FY24, a 15.18% year-on-year rise. Growth was driven by several new client additions in key markets across the US and Europe. Our EBITDA excluding other income for the quarter stands at rupees 12.05 crores, while EBITDA margin is 23.96%. Investments in our talent pool, ESOPs and R&D expenses offset the impact of operational efficiencies, exerting pressure on margins. Our PAT during this quarter is 9.0504 crores as against 8.29 in the fourth quarter of FY23. PAT margins stood at 17.97%. We gained income from certain lawsuits filed for copyright infringement for our images, which reflects in the higher other income. EPS for this quarter is at rupees 6.4. Coming to the annual numbers for FY24-25, 23-24. We reported rupees 186.75 crore in revenues for FY24, a 21.4% year-on-year rise. Growth was driven by continued new client acquisition coupled with higher product prices. Our EBITDA excluding other income for the year grew 36.91% Y-on-Y to rupees 39.9 crores. While EBITDA margin is 21.36%, a rise of 242 bits. Stringent cost control measures helped offset the rise in employee expenses, thereby benefiting margins. Our PAT during this fiscal year is rupees 26.05 crores as against 20.02 in FY23. PAT margin stood at 13.95%, up by 94 basis points. EPS for the year is rupees 19.3. That is all from my side. We are now open to take questions.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use only handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Sudhir Bheda from Bheda Family Office. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Congratulations on a good set of numbers, sir, for the entire year.
Thank you very much.
We have seen muted growth Q and Q, Q4 is a Q3. So any particular reason for that, or it is a kind of seasonality where Q4 is muted than Q3?
No, normally actually Q4 is our best quarter, but this time in Q3 we had certain project revenues which came in, which were one time. So that's why the Q3 went up a little bit. Otherwise, normally Q4 is always better than Q3. So
Yeah, that's what it is muted kind of growth you have reported in.
Because Q3 had a bump this year
Okay.
from Izmo Consult. So what happened is Izmo Consulting, because to get the subsidy from the French government, they wanted to show as much of consulting expenses possible before the year finishes. Their year is Jan to December. So we actually did substantial billing during that quarter for consulting services. So that's why there was a slight spike, and then there was a dip in the next quarter of that.
And EBITDA margin also shown dip year-to-year. That's all well explained by you, that because of lot of hiring took place, employee cost went up. So, what
And
kind
we
of
also, some benefits we have given, so that also comes in the last quarter of the year. Even though it's actually spread over the year, but we only take it in the last quarter. So,
And sir, with the new hiring taking place and the optimism you have exhibited in your opening remarks, so considering that, what kind of growth do you foresee in coming year, particularly this fiscal FY25?
we are looking at around 30% to 40% growth this financial year.
Console growth. And
Consolidated, yeah.
from data will grow by 100%, as you were mentioning in some conferences.
Yeah. I mean, we are targeting for 100. We have hired a lot of new salespeople. We are also expanding our geographical reach in the US. So we are targeting 100%, but I think a 75 to 80% growth is quite possible.
Great, sir. And with this kind of growth, 35 to 40% console growth, we will be able to maintain the margin, I believe.
Yes, because our costs will remain quite flat. So our margins should actually improve, if not remain the same. We don't expect much of cost expansion in the current year.
Oh, that's a great news. And lastly, sir, can you give some timeline on the possible divestment of your subsidiary Data?
Yeah, I had explained earlier, my brother was unwell, and then he was in India for nearly 2 months post his surgery. So he has just gone back to the US. In fact, he's landing in US tomorrow. He was in Europe for 10 days to just meet the clients. So given that it's already June now, I think in the next quarter we should be able to close the fundraise. That's the timeline we are looking at.
It's so nice to hear you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity and all the best, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may please press star and one to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Akshada from Vivo Commercial Limited. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. So I just had one question, and that was, what percentage of your total revenues come from Stellantis?
I don't have that number, but I don't think it's more than 10%. It's less than 10%. We don't have any client concentration as such. So
Okay,
where
so the
any
top
client
two, three
gives more than 10%.
Okay, so what percentage of your revenues came from your old clients this year, and what was from the newer ones? Because that would enhance my understanding of how client additions really turned out in numbers.
You see, the issue there is to how do we track that? It's a little complicated. Because a lot of our old clients buy some new products, and then we also add some new clients. So then how do we track it? So we don't track it in that manner, because for us it becomes very difficult to, say that, because there is some recurring revenue coming from old clients, and then they add on some more, and then that becomes new revenue, but from an old client. So we don't track it as such.
Okay. Okay, so your top
given that
three
we have more than
concentration would be how
1,800
much?
clients, it's very difficult for us to come out with these metrics. I'll have to have a whole team doing only this.
Okay. Okay.
That's the problem.
So what would your total revenue concentration of top three clients would be?
Not more than 12 or 13%.
Okay, so Stellantis is your largest customer then?
No, I think our largest client would be Hertz. Stellantis is becoming bigger and bigger.
Okay.
So this year we expect a substantial bump from Stellantis because of the Europe rollout of the CRM. Earlier they had only done France. So the billing was less. Now they have mandated a Europe-wide rollout. So we are expecting $1 million plus just from this rollout itself coming in this year. So then Stellantis will go up to our number one position, I think, this year, if the others don't increase. So.
Okay.
And we also have automotive groups. So there the billing gets scattered, but actually it belongs to the same group. But we don't track it as per group level, we track it as individual dealership level. So like some groups have 75 stores. So actually, if you add all that, it may be even bigger than some of the OEMs. But then it becomes difficult for us to keep track of who's in which group.
Okay.
But at any point of time, our client concentration is never more than 8 to 10% of one big client. So it's fairly diversified.
Okay. Okay. And so the Hispanic customer base in US, how large is this demography?
It's now around 17% of the US population. You know, I've been to Miami a few times, and in the hotel, no one speaks English. None of the staff, except the front desk, nobody else speaks English. Or you go to a restaurant or a pub, and they are speaking only Spanish. So
Right.
it's becoming more and more prevalent. So I had to learn a few Spanish words just to, get by. Otherwise, it's all Hispanic. So Hispanic, not only from Mexico, but also from many other Latin American or even Cuba or those countries. So especially southern part of US is just Hispanic speaking. I mean, in terms of the people working there. So it's a pretty large population, and they all need cars, because if you're working, you need a car. You can't survive in the US. So it's a good market for us to tap into. And we found a niche, and we are now going after it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll get back in queue.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Narendra from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations on a good set of yearly numbers. So my first question is, you said that 30 to 40% growth in FY25, right? So that's great. That's great. But I wanted to know a little bit about the longer term or the medium term view. So given the opportunities that lie ahead of us, what kind of growth are we looking at over the next 2-3 years or a little longer term? So will this 30% rate sustain, or as the revenue base grows higher, we would see a dip in the growth rate?
See, our internal projections or our internal target in the next 3 years is to try and reach a 500 crore turnover. Okay, it's very, very aggressive. I agree. That's our internal target. But I would say going forward, 30% is not beyond the realm of possibility. Yes, we will have to work very hard, 30 to 40%, and we are doing that. And given that we have now got a good foothold in some of the OEMs where a lot of work has been done earlier, which is now paying out, which means now the large contracts are coming in, it may be possible to achieve these numbers. So whatever work we have done in the past, we have, done the projects or done the software for them, and which is being rolled out. And as they get confidence about the quality and the ROI on that, they're now looking at rolling it out in various systems. So that's the same whether it's Renault, whether it's Stellantis, or whether it's a couple of OEMs in the US. So those numbers will start kicking in, and that's what gives us the confidence that, we should be able to maintain this growth rate going forward.
Okay, understood. Great. So for this 500 crore turnover aspirational target, right? So are we planning on entering new geographies, introducing new products, or we have the systems in place already?
We are seriously entering Germany this year. We've already entered Spain last year. We're increasing our presence there. So Europe will be a major thrust because there is a huge potential out there, especially for digital. Then we are looking at Brazil and a couple of other countries in South America. But that may be next year, not this year. This year we are going to focus on Germany and Spain going forward.
Okay. So any kind of R&D expenses that we are looking at?
R&D is always constant because we keep working on new products, because we are always planning what is going to be relevant 5 years from today, or 3 years, or even 10 years from today. Being a product company, I need to continue investing in new development. But as the cost, the development is coming, the percentage is coming down as the revenue keeps going up. So in absolute numbers, it remains more or less fixed, but percentage-wise, it's falling as we keep increasing the top line. So you'll see that continuing. Hello?
Sir, the participant has left the queue. We will move on to the next question,
Okay.
which is from the line of Deepak Poddar from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead. Mr. Poddar, I have unmuted your line. Kindly proceed. Sir, give me a moment, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Poddar? Mr. Poddar?
Hello,
Yes, you're audible. Please proceed.
am I audible? Yeah. Sir, I have got two, three queries. Now, first of all, I mean, in terms of growth that you mentioned, I mean, 500 crores. What was the number of years target we have given?
3 years hence.
3 years. So that is by FY27 we are targeting, right?
28.
Huh? Oh.
I mean 27, 28. That's what I call.
Okay, so that's 4 years, right? FY25, 26, 27, and 28.
24, 25, 25, 26. Yeah, 4 years maybe. That's
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years is the target, right? So ideally, so we would like to maintain this 30-40% kind of a CAGR that you mentioned, right?
Yes, if not improve it further.
Mhm. And how do we how should we see it sequentially? I mean, given the kind of traction of growth we are seeing at, I mean, will it be fair to see that on a quarter-on-quarter basis we should be able to improve our top line?
Yes, of course. Definitely.
Okay. And then this quarter, our EBITDA margin was close to about 24%, right? So when we say an improving margin trend, so we are taking this 24% as a base or FY24 average?
FY24 as a base.
As a base, 21.5% as a base on.
Because
was there any
what happens is quarters can be lumpy because of some reasons. So we can't take a quarter as a benchmark. We always take the year because it evens out over the year.
Correct. But this quarter, was there any one-off or, I mean, because of which we could see 24% kind of a EBITDA margin?
No, we kept the costs low. We didn't have much legal costs because here sometimes we have legal costs when we go after the IP infringement, the legal costs come in. So the quarter in which we pay, we just book it. We don't analyze it over the year.
Okay.
Then it just shows up in that quarter. This last quarter it wasn't there, and overall costs have been kept quite reasonable.
Fair enough. And just one last thing on the tax rate. How should one look at the tax rate? Our tax rate is little lower, right? So
Yeah, because we have enough tax shield in the US and in Europe. So by next year the Europe tax shield will be over. US we still have few more years to go before we wipe off all the.
okay. So how should we look at tax rate in
I think
FY25?
it will remain the same. I think only by 26, 27 you start seeing a higher tax rate coming in, kicking in.
So 15% is right. I mean, 15% is what currently we are doing.
Yeah.
So
it
that we
should
expect
continue.
to continue
Another
for
2 years, this year and next year.
next year. FY27, it will normalize to 25%.
Correct.
Okay. I think that's it from my side. All the very best to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sir, Mr. Narendra from Robo Capital is back in the queue. We'll take him next. Please proceed,
okay.
sir.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I dropped out. So, my next question is regarding you mentioned in your opening comments that you are looking to raise funds at the subsidiary level. Sorry, I missed the comments. Would you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, we have, in fact, that process we had started earlier this year, and then because of my brother's surgery, now it got pushed back. So we have already appointed the merchant banker. We have prepared the entire IM, and the process has started for divesting a stake in Frog Data in the US.
Okay. So how much stake are we expecting?
We are looking at between 10 to 15%, and the valuation we are trying to achieve is between 60 to 80 million for the business.
Okay, so 15% we are looking to divest, right?
Yeah, maximum.
Okay, and 60 to 80 million of valuation.
Valuation, that's correct.
Okay, great. And the cash that flows in, where would that be used?
It will be mainly for expansion of our sales and office, this thing in the US, because we want to take stock data to as many states as possible. Right now we are in 5 states. We would like to ideally take it to at least 20 more. So this will go into building up the sales team and also adding technical resources. Because as more business comes in, we need to add a little more technical people for faster implementation and doing all the back-end work.
So this would be a fresh raise, right? Not a sale.
Yeah. We have never raised money in US for like many years now. It will be a fresh, I mean, it will be a dilution of equity.
Okay. Not of
Money will go into the company. No. It's money going into the company.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sudhir Bheda from Bheda Family Office. Please go ahead.
Sir, thank you for the opportunity again. Sir, just you mentioned that 500 crore target would be like 27, 28, but somewhere I think you mentioned that by 26 we will be going to achieve that. So is there any reason why it has been pushed by 2 years?
I don't remember. 26 looks very aggressive. I think 26 I had mentioned 300 or 350. It can't be 500.
Okay.
Or maybe it was 26, 27, and now I pushed it by 1 year just to be more realistic. So everyone thought that's too ambitious.
Okay. So that is a conservative target.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Manoj Rajni from Rajni Family Office. Please go ahead.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're audible.
Yeah. So, sir, I just had 2 to 3 questions. So, the first one is that why the payables seem to have increased substantially this time. So, I mean, any reason? Is the company facing any difficulties in completing?
Sorry, come again. The first part of your listing.
Yeah, so, sir, actually, the payable cycle seems to have increased substantially this time. So, any particular reason?
Receivables or payable?
No, payable, sir.
Payable, there's no particular reason.
So, I mean, can we assume that it will normalize in the next half?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing which stands out in my mind for this.
Okay.
As such.
All right, sir. And also, what is the strategy regarding writing off of assets or maybe capitalizing them?
We capitalize the R&D expenditure every year, and then we keep writing it off. We have a formula which we actually declare in the annual report. It comes there, how we do the write-off. So some products which actually don't go to market, we write it off immediately. And then some which are in the market, then we take a 5-year write-off, because the life of some of the products is even longer, but we write it off over 5 years. So it's done as a mix of this.
So, what is the impact of this practice on the taxation?
That I can't tell you offhand. I'll have to check with the auditors and with our finance people.
Okay.
If you can send us a mail, then I can ask them and they can,
Sure, so I'll get in touch with the IR team in that case.
Yeah.
That's
I don't want to give you some incorrect answer and, confuse you unnecessarily.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Okay. No worries.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nehan Gupta, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I might have joined a little late and would miss something, but I would ask anyway. Do we have any guidance in terms of, top line or profit margin for the next year?
We have given a 35 to 40% top line guidance for the next year.
And what would be the growth factor for the same?
Basically new client additions in several geographies, and also additional business from existing clients. It will be a combination of both.
Okay. Okay. And in Frog Data, what are the type of, what is the range of profit margins we are looking for if we only consider Frog Data?
We have around 30 to 40% margin in Frog Data. And we have actually this year increasing pricing on that, so we should see an uptick on the margins in Frog Data business. Because based on the benefit the dealers are getting, we have decided to increase pricing because I think the market can bear it. So I think we can definitely see a good uptick there going forward.
Okay, so in future, do we see major contribution in revenue from Frog Data, or would it be balanced in terms
If you
of...
see over the last 3 years, Frog Data's share has been increasing. So in current FY, it's already 26%. 3 years back, it was hardly single digit. So it will contribute significantly to top line and more significantly to the bottom line going forward. We do expect that to happen. We have still not taken it to Europe yet. So that will be probably next year. So there can be substantial numbers coming in from Frog in the overall revenue mix.
Okay. And sir, in terms of our expansion plans in other regions, mainly from where do you see the large contribution would be coming from in our business? So what is our major focus area in terms of what other regions apart from India? I mean,
so like Germany, we are looking at
Yeah.
substantial, business coming in, especially for the Izmo Autos, that's the CRM and the portal side. Frog currently is only in the US. Spain is again Izmo Autos. We are getting very good traction on the Izmo Studio side by many new client sign-ups. In fact, even in the first quarter of this year, which will show up in the results when they come out. So actually, all the businesses are contributing well, and we are seeing business growth happening across divisions. So, but like I said, the new geographies, first thing will be Izmo Autos, and then probably the others will follow.
Typically, we are mainly right now, as of now, present focus would be expanding in Germany and across then
Spain.
other
We are already there,
areas
and now
of
we are
Europe.
expanding our base further. So we have opened our own office in Spain, and we are opening one in Germany. So these two are big markets in Europe.
Okay,
After France.
and what kind of sales are we looking to anticipate from those regions when we are fully operational in those regions? If any percentage
Spain should be at least a couple of million euros. Germany should be more, 4 to 5 million euros a year once they're fully operational and there is enough people know about us. It takes time once you enter a new market for awareness to be built up and people to know you. But these markets can give us good top line and bottom line growth going forward.
All right, sir. Thank you for the insights and wish you the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Maruti Nandan Sarda, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. First of all, congratulations on a good set of numbers. My question is around the shareholding structure currently. So promoters are owning around 31.9%. So they have increased their ownership by 3% approximately in last quarter. So do you have a plan of increasing further it, maybe take it up to 40 or 50%?
So another 5% will get converted next year in warrants, from warrants to shares. So we have actually taken warrants of nearly 10%, of which only one tranche has been converted.
Okay. So ultimately, maybe by next financial year, that is FY25, it will be around...
We have around 39%, I think.
39%. Okay.
Correct.
And secondly, this question I'm asking particularly from all the investors' point of view, is why don't we have any domestic institutions as an investor in the company when everything is fantastic and future also looks pretty good? So why there is no
Our
domestic?
market cap is very small. Earlier, we used to have even FIIs in our stock. We had Fidelity, we had a lot of FIIs, but now, till we don't, I think, achieve a market cap of 1,000 crores, we are too small to attract the institutions. The whole market has changed.
So basically, the stake sale, what we are targeting, not stake sale, but dilution of equity in next quarter, what we are targeting, that might
could be a
change
trigger.
the table for us.
That could be a trigger to change
trigger.
the whole, because that will set a benchmark showing that the company is undervalued, and then maybe there will be more interest in what we are doing.
So how confident we are?
Historically, always rewards service companies because it's a very simple business to understand. Product companies are not very well understood. So I guess we just need to be patient a bit.
Yeah. So in terms of probability, next quarter, we see it happening or it will percolate to the...
I would say latest before December this year, definitely. Worst case.
We are pretty confident about it, right?
Yeah. Very. There's enough interest in AI and we have you see, AI today is very hot. People are talking about it, but there's no business model which actually shows how to make money on it. So we are making money from our AI products, and we were doing AI much before it became fashionable. We didn't call it AI, we used to call it something else. But we have a business, we have a running business which actually generates cash. So there is a value to that in any part of the world, even in US. So we just have to get to the market and then get the right value. So we are quite confident. And based on the feedback which we received from the merchant bankers, they are also quite confident of closing this in the current year.
And we are looking at valuation of around $70 million, right?
Between 60 to 80.
That's 60 to 80. So if I take an average, maybe 70 million,
Yeah.
So we are valuing the frog data at around 5,600 approximately, 5,600 CAR, right?
Correct.
So that's like approximately, I think that's crazy because if I see the market cap of Izmo, that's around 400 CR, so it will be like 13 times of that. That's crazy.
At one time our market cap was 60 crores, now 60 crores. That time we had real estate assets of that much and our catalog was worth much more. So we can't figure it out. That's market.
All right. Thanks for all the detailed explanation and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Harshal Patil, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the opportunity. Could you please elaborate on the fund raise activity for Frog Data? What kind of valuation are we getting and any visible timeline around this?
We are looking at between 60 to 80 million dollar valuation and we hope to finish it before end of this calendar year.
Okay, cool. On the market size and the opportunity for Frog Data?
Pardon me?
What is the market size and the opportunity for the Frog Data?
There are 24,000 dealers in the US. Right now we have around 800 or 1,000, between 800 and 1,000 roughly. So we still have a lot of room to grow. And then of course the entire Europe is there. We have another 1,000 clients in Europe where we can sell Frog Data. So it's a huge market. We are still not penetrated even 10% of it.
Okay. And what is the status of the VR product mentioned in the opening remarks?
We are working on it. There's still some challenges there. So I think by end of this financial year, we should have a product ready for the market.
Okay. Thank you for that question. Thank you. I'll get back in the queue.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sudhir Bheda from Bheda Family Office. Please go ahead.
Sir, just a correction. Actually, that person was mentioning about 6,000 crore. It's not 6,000, it's 600 crore. $60 to $80 million would be like 600-700 crores.
You're right.
This is the only correction. Correct. And sir, so I take the opportunity again to ask one question. Sir, when you are mentioning that one particular client is giving a $1 million business, and then prices are also, you just mentioned in one answer, the prices of your products are also, you have increased the price or it's going up. So don't you think that the guidance of 30 to 40% is too modest for the current year's growth?
No, I wouldn't like to comment on that at this point of time. Let's wait and see. Only one quarter is done, but let's see. Too early to say. We hope, if I give a 30% and do 50, you'll be happy, no? If I do say 50 and do 40, you'll be unhappy.
Yeah.
Correct?
Sure. Yes. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Aniket Redkar, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Please.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So, sir, as I'm a new investor in this company, so could you throw some light on this fraud data, and can you just explain in the simple form?
I think that our IR agency will reach out to you and send you the presentation on frog data, because earnings call is not a right call for me to take such questions. Because if once I start talking about frog data, I'll go another 15 minutes. Others will not get the chance to ask. So I'll inform, just reach out to our IR agency and they will give you a lot of information on frog data, plus all the links to our frog data website where you'll have ample of information.
And my second question would be, whom would you consider our key competitors in the US and Europe?
See, we have competitors in every segment. In different product divisions, we have different competitors. So it's not one competitor in each. I mean, not one competitor which does all the three what we do.
So in terms of frog data, can you just
there are some companies which have come up in the last couple of years which are offering a portion of what we offer. So there are a couple of companies. Again, I can send you the details. If you send us via email, we'll give you the details of those companies.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Arora, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. I have just two questions. First is, can you please elaborate on the specific advantages of, how our integration with major US data systems like DMS, CRM, or IMS in the automotive ecosystem help us? A few of the advantages, if you can just throw some light on that.
See, for any data to be displayed on the online virtual store, which we provide to the dealership, I have to bring in data from many sources. So the DMS is one because the new car inventory comes from there. Pricing comes from there. Accessories pricing comes from there. So without the DMS plugin, the online store will not give you the correct data. Then we also bring in a lot of data from the CRM, which we then use for analytics. So we actually go into the DMS, the CRM, and any other touch point of the customer, and then use that data to create a data cube and then do the analysis. So all these data connections are made by us, and then we get the data coming in from all these sources.
Okay. Thank you for the information, sir. And one last question. If you can please provide a few examples of how our team's automotive domain experience has, directly contributed to the development of solutions.
We have been in the automotive sector since 2001, so it's been nearly 23 years. So a lot of products we have developed is based on our understanding of the dealership and how the sales process works in the US. And then first we came out with Izmo Studio at 2001 when we started with the animation of cars, because that time it was just not available. And then we came out with high-resolution pictures, and then we came out with the virtual store, and then we came out with the accessory platform which we sold to Reynolds. We came out with the CRM, with the lead management system. So as we kept understanding the business, we kept bringing out more and more solutions which would help the dealership improve their top line and bottom line. Frog data was a direct result of that, where we understood that the lot of analytics was till then only applied in credit cards or consumer loans or finance. Nobody thought of applying it to the data which auto dealerships has. So we were the first to actually think of that and come up with a solution using AI and analytics. So that's how our domain expertise has helped us in developing new products for the sector.
Okay. Thank you for the answers. So also, sir, if you can provide any update on the work that we are doing with Sony.
Well, it's going on well. We have expanded the team. It's a constant exercise. We're always behind their expectation in terms of number of cars we can do for them. So we are ramping up, and touch wood, they are very happy with our quality, and they have given us a letter of appreciation also. So we are increasing our work share with Sony.
Okay. And then where will the funds raised in Frog data be used? If you can.
It will be used in the US for sales expansion and expansion of the tech team.
Okay. Is there any rough timeline for the launch of our VR product?
By end of this financial year.
Okay, by the end of this financial, even 25 or
March,
right?
by then, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the information, sir, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have to
Yes, sir.
now
That
finish
was
it.
the last. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Sanjay Soni, Managing Director, Izmo Ltd, for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Yes, I once again thank the entire team of Izmo for their untiring efforts, hard work and dedication, which drives the company forward. I appreciate you all for taking the time to join us in our conference call. Please do get in touch with our investor relations team for any further questions. And have a good day. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, MD, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Izmo Ltd, that concludes this conference. We thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.